Welcome back to a brand new episode of Gen Z BTC. It's me, Satoshi Guapamoto. And in today's video, I just want to talk about who was Peanut the Squirrel, okay? He was a popular little squirrel guy, okay, out there in New York doing his thing, making cute little videos with his parents, And unfortunately, Peanut the Squirrel recently got brutally smoked. Okay, the word I have to use is euthanize because this media platform will basically suppress my video if I use the wrong words. So he was euthanized against his will, by the way, for a reason that was extremely petty and stupid. And the whole point of this video, right, is not necessarily about the squirrel. Okay? Because there's going to be a lot of crybabies and a lot of morons who are like, bro, it's just a squirrel, bro. No one cares about squirrels. They're just rats with more fur. Okay? It's about the state, okay, invading someone's private property without real due process to go in there and euthanize their pet. All right. So when people say stupid stuff like, oh, well, that was an illegal squirrel. It was an illegal squirrel in an illegal area. What happens when the state comes and gets rid of your illegal pet in your space, right? Are you going to cry? Are you going to cry to mommy? Mommy, please, the state is stepping on me. Please. Guess what? She's next. She's next. That's what happens when you have big government, all right? When the government has its little tentacles inside of every little tiny nook and cranny of everyone's lives, all right? When you have an extremely high level of surveillance, when you have an extremely high level of licensing, okay? Let me talk about this topic of licensing, by the way. You need a license in order to broadcast. You need a license to film. You need a license to drive a car. You need a license to hold a weapon. You need a license in order to make food. You need a license for an occupation, right? I'm not talking about being a doctor. I'm talking about doing someone's hair, okay? I'm talking about being like a barber, all right? Like, you need a license for that. You need a license to hunt. You need a license to fish. You need a license to have pets. You need a license to make videos. Like, you need a license to do everything. Why is that? It's because the producers of society get their natural rights taken from them by the state, right? And then sold back to them in the form of a license, okay? The stuff you would have been able to do in the first place anyway gets taken away from you by people who do nothing and make nothing, and then they sell it back to you. Oh, here's your right to have a pet, by the way. Just make sure you pay for it, all right? You would have been able to do it without me anyway, you know what I mean? I'm just giving you the right to do it, even though you already have the right to do it, of course. I'm just giving you the right to do it. Does that sound like it makes sense? It makes sense if you think about it as a control structure, right? Because then not only am I giving you the rights that you already had, by the way, but you're legitimizing my power because you're literally paying me to give you the rights. So now I'm literally legitimized as the person who is the giver of rights. Now the government giveth, okay? And now because I gave it to you, really I'm just loaning it to you, okay? I could any day say that your license is now invalid. Okay, the license that you paid me for, yeah, sorry, little buddy, no longer applies, no longer applicable. So not only do I giveth, I also taketh away. I also taketh away. I also step on you. I also tread on you. I come in and I get rid of your pets. I smoke your pets. Once I'm done smoking the pets, you know what? I think you've been talking a little bit too recklessly on those media apps that I've captured and that I control as well. I think you're next. I think you're next to get euthanized. All right? That's just how it goes. Well, not in America, bro. Not in America. This is the freest country in the world, bro. Wow. Wow, that's a crazy level of cope. That level of cope right there, absolutely insane. I'm worried. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you if you have that level of cope. Because I don't know how you're breathing. But, yeah, it's absolutely insane. So again, it doesn't really have anything to do, well, not anything, but it doesn't have everything to do with the squirrel. Okay, people don't really care about squirrels. They just don't. Yeah, they're kind of cute, cool to look at on the video, but they're not going to really lose sleep over a squirrel. What they might lose sleep over is the fact that someone can just complain that, hey, that guy over there, he's doing something bad. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Hey, listen. I know you're not supposed to talk about this, but this guy's making videos about, that Bitcoin thing that they banned and outlawed. Hey, that guy over there, he's a Bitcoiner. Hey, that guy over there, we're doing a Red Scare part 2. This is called a Panopticon, when the citizens of the society do the surveillance for the government. All right? And they feel co-opted to rat on people and snitch on them for extremely stupid and petty reasons, which then can either lead to them getting swatted, which leads to them getting smoked, or leads to their pets getting smoked, or somebody else that they care about, their property getting smoked, getting raided, flipped upside down, and then smoked. And then what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to sue the state for doing unlawful search and seizure without due process or reasonable suspicion. No, little buddy. They make the laws. I'm sorry, kid. That's not how that works. Okay? You get stepped on, then they go do something else. They go find someone else to step on because they're bored. How do we break the system? Okay? Because this is where young men, this is where a lot of people just go full doomer. They go full doomer. Oh, well, I guess I'm just going to wait to get stepped on. Really? I mean, like, is that what you want to do? I can't live my life that way. You know what I mean? Like, that seems like something that a dork and a loser would do. You know what I mean? I can't relate to that personally. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to defund state. By the way, I would never, ever, ever unalive myself. Just want to put that out there. I just want to put it out there. I'm trying to defund the state. We're trying to separate the state and the money control, right? Because who's paying those guys to go do that, right? This is why it's really important for the state to pay the enforcers of the law a huge salary. During times of civil unrest, not only will they undo certain laws and put in certain loopholes and certain fine prints that say it's a-okay to do really unthinkable things to citizens, right? Because it's for the greater good. But also, it's really important to make sure that you keep those salaries high, okay? Hey, we're giving a raise to the police department and we're going to militarize them even more. Hey, we're going to create all these government agencies and these bureaucracies and we're going to make sure everyone's paid a lot. Okay, we're going to increase taxpayer dollars to make sure that your guys' pay stays high so that you have an incentive to continue crushing and stepping on the scum that you call your fellow citizens, right? That's what happens. But what happens when everybody moves off of the standard that these guys are getting paid in? Another good question is, what happens when the government doesn't have money to pay the mercenaries? When they don't have money to pay the military? When they don't have money to pay the boot wearers? All right. What happens is all of the little toy soldiers go marching somewhere else. And then your little game collapses, right? This is what happened in Rome. This is what has happened many times throughout history, bro. Okay. You end up not having enough money to pay the mercenaries and they end up turning on you. All right. They end up not working. Like, you think I'm working for free? You think I'm working for free? And then they dip. So how do we defund them? Well, you have to use a currency that they don't control, that they can't print up, and that they can't just give to people at will, all right, to do horrible things. You need a neutral, ethical money that is not printable by anyone. So that way, the state cannot send their enforcers to go crush you. And that is how I relate a squirrel getting euthanized to Bitcoin. It all comes full circle. And it's just really insane. You know, obviously, very sad. They also smoked his raccoon, by the way, just for no reason. Literally for no reason. They just said, oh, well, you know what? The raccoon, he might have rabies. He might not. I don't really know. We're going to have to just shut his lights off in order to find out. And that's exactly what they did. So absolutely insane. These guys are all experts. You know, they're in the Environmental Animal Protection Agency, you know, bureaucratic government agency, getting paid a bunch of money to go do nothing, a bunch of frivolous, stupid tasks, just step on a bunch of people's individual rights. You know what I mean? And they're over here acting like, oh, well, we don't know how to handle a squirrel. I know I'm getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this, but I mean, oh, it's a squirrel. I can't handle it. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, no. Oh, I just crushed the squirrel with my bare hands. I turned him into pudding. Oh, no. Oh, look, a raccoon. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, this is insane. This is literally what happened. They went into someone's house and then did that. No, they didn't actually squeeze the squirrel into like paste. But either way, he's not here no more. So it really doesn't matter the method. Absolutely insane. It's really sad. It's really disgusting. And how big are you going to let the government get? You know what I mean? How much are you going to let them spy on you? How much are you going to let them step on you? How much are they going to let them abuse you? How long are you going to let them run an endless war and run infinite deficits, which make you poorer and debase your currency and debase your money and raise your inflation? I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? Everyone has a choice. It's up to you. At any time, you can try to opt out of the game. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I love my life. I really want to emphasize that. Okay? I'm also a very good driver. So if something comes up where it's like, oh, well, lost control, you know what I'm saying? Some of this stuff can be remote control. There's a lot of electronics. I'm just saying. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Gen Z BTC. I'm Satoshi Guapamoto. And rest in peace to Peanut, man. Rest in peace to the raccoon. I don't know if he had a special name. But pretty soon, it might be rest in peace to you. I'll try to do something before that happens. I'll see you all in the next one. Stack sats or literally die trying.